Lesson 30. Script your own life's great journey. Has there ever been a building plan in Singapore which has failed to be completed? There might be some which is slightly delayed, or others which are completed at a higher cost. But these plans still get completed. Planning is like playing a jigsaw puzzle. You will have a more enjoyable and pleasant experience fixing up the puzzle if you have the end in mind. By taking a good look at a puzzle before the pieces are poured onto the table, you will be able to look out for key features like a face or prominent structure. Most people are also likely to look for the borders first and then build it from there. This process is called framing. We will be able to see things in perspective once we frame things up. For the final lesson, I would like to share with you 3 perspectives on making career decisions. Because once you choose your career, the end in mind has already been decided for you. Number 1, profit center, revenue center, and cost center. The cost center. Jobs that fall under the cost center are people who keep the cost of the company low, but cannot generate revenue for the organization. Human resource, customer service, and accountants are some examples. The moment you are in this category, your income will be low to medium range as it is a defensive role. Your role is mainly to minimize the loss and inaccuracy of the firm and ensure that operations go on as smoothly as possible. As there is a limit to how low the costs can be lowered, your performance bonus or salary would not be the highest in the company. Revenue centers are people who are able to bring in sales and business for the organization. These are people who impact the bottom line and bring in the dollars and cents. These individuals are usually frontliners, like the salespeople who close deals. They are also on offense, and they differ from the cost center because there is no cap on how much revenue a salesperson can bring in. A profit center is one of the best places to be working from because you effectively have a cut of the profits the organization is making. These are roles such as company owners, partners of the firm, shareholders, and more. However, it takes many variables to be able to land in a position here. Just think about the ratio of the company owners and partners there are in an organization. Number 2, income formula. Let's examine the income formula. To have a better understanding of the variables in it, income equal to value times time times scalability. The first factor that determines income is value. The rule of thumb is that the higher the value you generate from work, the higher you would likely be paid. It is also proportionate to the number of problems you can solve. Jack Ma is a prime example of this. He saw that China is a huge developing country, where many people in the outer cities do not have access to many consumer goods. Hence, he created a network where consumers can purchase items online without even having to step out of their house. He even took it a step further and connected China's produce to the world. The second factor determining income is time. Time is now a big variable because there are some jobs where no matter how many hours you put in, it will make no difference to your income. Hence, there is a difference between employees and self-employed businessmen. The businessmen have flexibility of working hours and they generate a value only determined by them. If they work longer, proportionately their pay also increases. These people have significant control over their time and are not bounded by the social norms of what working hours are. The third factor is scalability. Scalability is the last and the most important factor, and also the largest unknown secret to many, for it is not taught anywhere else. However, it is the most important variable which differentiates middle to high income earners. A singer can earn much more than a surgeon, for a singer can be multiplied many times over. A CD can sell 1 million copies all over the world. They can also hold concerts and entertain thousands of people at one time. On the other hand, a surgeon can only perform 1 or 2 major surgeries in a day. Hence, find something in the market which is able to solve people's problems and meet their needs. Be able to replicate this and scale it up effectively. Lastly, the seed, the soil, and the fertilizer. You are the seed. First and foremost, you must be a good quality seed. A good quality seed has a high level of resilience and can survive in a harsh environment. Soil is the culture that you work in. For a seed does not have the ability to change the soil. It blends in, adapts, and eventually becomes. Hence, when choosing a career, be very mindful of the environment the organization has. Finally, we need that fertilizer to nourish us. Mentors are fertilizers in our life. They lift you up when you are down. They ground you when you start becoming arrogant and float away. An effective mentor would be able to guide a young person who lacks direction, have ideas but no experience, and has knowledge but no wisdom. Jack Ma was interviewed in a Korean television show, and he said, before you turn 30 years old, follow somebody. Go to a small company. Normally, in a big company, you are part of a big machine. But when you go to a small company, you learn the passion, dreams, and do a lot of things at one time. 30 lessons in 30 years sums up all the things I have internalized till this point. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors and hope you too can hold the thought of our late founding father, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, to be successful in a profession or in business, to be wealthy, cannot be compared to making the lives of your fellow men better. This can bring immense satisfaction. Thank you for joining me in this lesson, and that concludes part 3 of the series, Time Management Techniques. And this is also a wrap on my entire animated series, 30 Lessons in 30 Years. To recap, we have gone through Part 1, Principles and Values, Part 2, Mindsets and Strategies, and Part 3, Time Management Techniques. And I hope my sharings have impacted some of your lives in one way or another. If you'd like to pick up a copy of my book, 30 Lessons in 30 Years, where I go more in-depth in each lesson, you can order it from my website or simply scan the QR code on the screen. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also follow me on all my social media platforms here. Until the next one,